Right, guys. Leeds have just beaten Crystal Palace by 2 goals to 0 in a bit of a mid-table clash, but two teams that normally play good football. While Leeds play the most exciting football in the league. I mean, has there ever been a 0-0 for Leeds this season? I don't know. And Crystal Palace notoriously aren't great for defending this season, are they? I mean, they shipped 7 to Liverpool, who can't score more than 1 goal in a game at the moment. I say that in the past 3 games, in 2 of them we scored 3. But yeah. Anyway. So in the game, the 2 goals were scored by Jack Harrison and Patrick Bamford. The first one coming very early on in the game. Jack Harrison had a shot from just inside the box. It got deflected, and Vicente Guaita sort of like that as the ball goes past him into the roof of the net. And second, the ball was played through to Rafinha. The Guaita saved it, but it fell to Bamford, and he had a near enough tap in. Bamford played very, very well today. He put himself about. He had a couple of chances on target, a couple of shots on target, I should say. And I I think he's one of those strikers he's not clinical, but he's going to score 1 in every 4 chances he gets. And with the amount of chances that Leeds get, I mean, he's perfect, really, isn't he? I mean, imagine if Leeds had Aguero up front, how many goals would they score then? Probably 5 a game. Um, and yeah, it was an overall great performance by Leeds today. Calvin Phillips played very well. Jack Harrison played very well. Although the one player that could have had a hat trick, ironically, was their centre back, Pascal Struijk. Is that how you say it? Struijk. That sounds a bit brummy, doesn't it? Struijk. What a strike. But it's one of them where it's Dutch and it's UIJ, so we'll go Struijk. Sounds really weird, doesn't it? Struijk. Anyway, moving on. He could have had a hat trick. There were three good chances for headers that he could have had that were should have scored all 3. And I mean, well, has there ever been a hat trick scored by a centre back in the Premier League? I can only think, like, there were a few times where Martin Skirtles scored 2, same with Virgil van Dijk. I remember Ray Parlour scoring a hat trick for Arsenal, I think. Was that in the Premier League though? It might have been in the FA Cup. And he's not really a centre back, is he? He was more a sitting midfielder, so that don't really count, does it? But yeah, anyway. On to Crystal Palace though. It wasn't great from them, really. Jordan Ayew looked a bit of a threat. The new signing, is it? I've forgotten his name. I remember thinking of the Lion King phrase Akuna Matata when I read the name on the back of his shirt. So I think his surname was something like Matuta, or something like that. And he didn't really have that much of an influence on the game. He's a new signing from Mines, and I didn't really know what to expect from him, really. Apparently he's played well for Mines this season. I don't really follow European football as much as I do the Premier League. I follow Champions League and Europa League, obviously, but if there's no English teams in it, I'm not really that interested. And for Palace defensively, they're very weak defensively, aren't they? I mean, they shipped 7 to Liverpool. I can't think of their results recently, so this is a bit of a problem when you're making a football video. Like from what I can remember, their defending has been atrocious. I mean, Gary Cahill at centre back, he's getting on now, isn't he? I mean, obviously he was a great defender for Chelsea and Bolton a few years ago. But I mean, how old is he now? He's got to be mid 30s, 35, 36, I'm thinking. And the one player who I was expecting a bit more of lately is Abire Eze. Like he's been touted as one of these, these players that they say the streets won't forget, like Adel Tarabt, who else? Hatem Ben Arfa, Pacy, Demba Ba, like one season wonders basically. Meet you, but from what I've seen of him, he looks quite good. But today he didn't perform at all. He had a good chance from just behind the penalty spot, and he blazed it over the bar. Should definitely have done better with that. And I mean that's pretty much all I've got to say now. I'm just waffling, aren't I? Really. Is there anything else to say from today's game? I thought Stuart Dallas had a decent game for Leeds in the first half, especially. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I've got today. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.